Oh, hello. I think we're live. Hey, y'all. We are new to YouTube streaming, so we would love for someone to tell us that you can see us, tell us that you're here. This is Tommy. Hello. This is Tommy. I'm Codie. We are the creators of the Black Love docuseries. And we are here to answer y'all's questions, let you know a little bit about us. Can I get you to join me on my chair?
No.
Well, can I get you to somehow be closer?
What?
Oh, because you're far away. My husband's far away. So this is my husband.
Hello.
We have
They
been.
can see me from here.
That's fine. We have been married for 5 years, 5.5. And we created the series when we were engaged. We started shooting the series when we were engaged as a way to both get answers for us from married couples about what it takes to make a marriage work, but also because we felt like our community needed examples of Black love stories. I don't want to say the good, the bad, and the ugly, but the truth, right?
That was the tagline from season 1.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
The good, the bad, and the married.
Oh yeah, we did do that. We wanted to show realistic stories, and so see, they said yes. Come closer.
One person said that.
Well,
I
so
also said plenty of other things.
that was okay. Lots of things.
I can see you as well.
They were talking about me. I love that men actually watch this show and enjoy this. So that was actually one of our barometers, one of our benchmarks as well, was that Tommy and I both had to enjoy it. And so,
I love his authenticity.
I'm so glad.
So you only point out the ones that help you. Or...
You're right, baby. I love his authenticity. Yeah, all right. Okay. So I'm going to try to read these questions. So, how do you select your cast? Okay. So we have always selected based on people that we love, as in couples that whether we know them or they're strangers, couples that we're you're interesting. You're making it work. I want to know more, or off of recommendations. Would you say the same?
Yeah.
Okay. And so for the first time ever, we actually used a casting agency last year, or did a casting call. And that was amazing because we got to really meet a lot of couples that way. They said it was hard to hear you because you're so far back. One person said that.
It was hard to hear
Jen
me.
said it was hard to hear you because you're far back.
Can you hear me, people?
Are all the videos up here? So on our Black Love YouTube page, you will see tons of our content, but not all. So Black Love, the series, airs on OWN. We are currently in our 4th season. And then we have lots of bonus clips. We have other digital shows like Moms with Coffee and Couch Conversations.
I can hear you. We hear.
Antonio can hear you. Great,
you.
Great.
Dream couple, easy. Barack and Michelle.
And so there's tons of video content on the YouTube page. And the show itself can only be seen currently on OWN, Amazon, and UMC, right?
Mm-hmm.
Speak louder. Okay. If you speak louder, then state where you are.
I am currently in our bedroom.
That's what I thought he was going to say. We are in Los Angeles. Also, tell me where you guys are. Drop some cities in these comments. So is it hard to turn down couples? 100%. Because I'm naturally very curious about people and about their stories. And so for me, yeah, I want to interview everybody, but we ain't got time like that.
What up, Detroit? What up, Brooklyn?
We do all the interviews, just the two of us.
South Carolina,
Love
New
after
York,
love.
North Carolina, Maryland,
Belize,
Belize,
Nashville. This is fun. Thank you guys.
Chicago, Pittsburgh.
Oh, I love it. You guys are everywhere.
I went to school in Pittsburgh. What up, Philly?
Okay, wait. I also want Nassau. I want y'all to drop. How long have you been watching the show? Are you new?
Toronto. We met in Toronto.
Did you start watching this season or
King
what?
of Prussia. I grew up in Philly.
Melbourne. Yes, I love it. She wins for furthest away. Yeah.
New
Zealand. New Zealand's farther away.
They're both pretty.
I feel like Australia and New Zealand are sisters. Okay, Brittany's been watching since the beginning.
What up, day one?
Okay, so somebody said something about love after love. So we started doing an after show called After Love for Black Love season 4. We would love to do it forever and ever for all the episodes. because we just wanted to have an opportunity to talk about the episodes after they aired, answer people's questions, and then more specifically, I love that. Hold on, I'm gonna read that in a second. More specifically, it's fun to watch the couples talk to each other, because if you watch the show, you're just seeing them, talking to us. You're just seeing them like share their stories, and you're not necessarily seeing them interact. So that's a lot of fun. But After Love right now is actually formatted a bit like Black Love Live, which you can watch on YouTube. So we have done live events for the past several years where we'll show exclusive clips from the show, and we'll have two of our couples together and us on a stage talking to an audience. And we film those, and they live on YouTube and Facebook as Black Love Live. So wait, hold on, I gotta read what she said. I asked you guys how long you've been watching, and Jill Campbell said just a few days ago, and I'm sprung. I love it. I love it. I love it. Jackson, Mississippi. Okay. Was there a short film to kick off the series? No, it was all docu-series. We started to film a documentary and then decided to make it a docu-series. Mm-hmm. So we didn't kick it off in that way.
45 and a half years.
Where's that?
New Jersey.
Oh, nice. Following you.
Congrats.
And thank you.
Admirable.
Absolutely. 45 is a long time.
What can you tell us? How do we get there?
Yes, Sandra, give us your tips, or Sandra.
I'm going to go with Mrs. Walker.
Did you find divorced couples that divorced and got back together?
Yep.
Yes. So we actually showed one in the first season. They divorced and got remarried to each other.
Twice.
I thought it was twice, but for some reason I'm blanking.
Twice.
So wait, the first time they got divorced, she forged his name on the divorce papers, right? So what was the second time? That may have
been the second time.
Can't remember the other one. Anyway, go back to season 1. We do have a couple who divorced and then got remarried to each other. Man, those were the good days. 36. Do you use a template to ask questions? No. We used to. And I still kind of do in my head, frankly, but we just kind of see where the conversation will go, because we can't speak to like what affects that couple. Like I might have an assumption, but I don't know what their biggest issues are. Just started from Jamaica.
You have the most in common.
What does it say? Who? Or what?
Couples do you think you have the most in common? I suppose they mean what?
That's an interesting question. I mean, I would say a lot of people. Right now, I'm blanking. Well, you guys have someone to interview you. We have.
No, I'm good.
And a snippet of that, he's saying, no, I'm good, but we did it. A snippet of that is in season 2. You will see a little bit of, I think it's 2.
Episode. Nope.
No, we won't have our own episode. So I'm really curious for you guys who are not in the U.S. Oh, especially, I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but South Africa. How are you guys watching? Like, we're not judging. We're not judging. Drop it. I want to see it. Where are y'all watching this? Are you keeping detailed archives? I mean, detailed meaning we keep all the content. Yes.
We have about 200 or so full interviews that we've done over the years. So, and at some point we'll do something with those, but yes, we are.
Mm-hmm. So Sandra Walker, who's been married 45 and a half years, said her tips are good communication and be willing to say you're sorry, even if you're right. It's all about having a peaceful relationship. I'll take it.
Good advice.
Any couples with separate spiritual beliefs? So while we have had them, we haven't dug into it in the past. In this upcoming, I can say that. Yeah, because there was a 12-episode order. We know this.
That wasn't announced, but okay.
It was back a year ago.
It was never.
No? All right. Well, you will see one day soon a couple where one is Christian and one is Muslim. I would love to have more of that because I think that interfaith relationships are super important. I feel like there's a lot more, as long as we can find like common ground in our relationships and find our common foundation, then like we should be able to see that can work.
Have children change your marriage?
Jill says she found us on YouTube, but you can't see the whole episodes unless you're watching the pirates. Let us know, Jill. What was the question? How have YouTube what?
Children change your marriage.
I love seeing people watching bootlegs. I don't love it, but it's funny that you're saying it. How have children changed our marriage? He doesn't like sharing this chair with me, and it makes me sad. That's why I'm doing this, because he's sitting back here and it hurts my feelings.
Why can't you let me be me, love?
I am, but I just wish you were here with me. Okay. So
I love you, dear.
How has children changed our marriage? This is what I'll say about that. Tommy and I got engaged after 6 months, married less than a year after that. That was February 2015. Pregnant by December 2015. And then we had our first child in 2016 and then twins in 2018. So we have been married 5.5 years, and I have been pregnant since 2015, which is 5 years. I've been pregnant or postpartum for the last 5 years.
How long does one consider postpartum post?
Well, sure. I mean, now we have a whole nother conversation, but I would say that the postpartum period, the immediate postpartum is 3 months. But I would say most people would probably consider all of the like imbalances probably the first year of being postpartum, because you're also typically nursing that first year. I would also argue, and this is not science, right? This is just my opinion. I would also argue that at least the first 2 years, because of the adjustments and the settling in. I'm literally like looking at a different body, right? And that takes adjusting that only happens as a postpartum person. Right. So how have kids influenced our marriage? In that way, kids have been our entire marriage. We're just now at a point where we're like, okay, so this is marriage. The own clips are too enticing, too many limitations for us non-US watchers. I'm glad that the clips are enticing, and I cannot wait for you all to
we are figuring something out.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is
we'll figure it out.
Don't you worry. Jen, I think that's a joke. I'd love to see you interview Candace Owens and her husband. Maybe it's not a joke. It's, Tommy likes controversy.
I have no idea who's Candace.
Girl, Tommy, I didn't know who that was either till a couple months ago. You don't want to know.
Okay. For the record, she knows this. I don't know shit about what's going on in pop culture.
No, it's not pop culture. She's just like this famous Republican black woman who says things that are horrible.
Yeah.
She's like the new Omarosa. Although Omarosa has changed her ways. But anyway, somebody said something I was about to read. Okay, Amber would like us to know that she's from Philadelphia, and I know that's going to make him happy. And my husband Isaiah and I have known each other for 11 years, married for 7.
Cool. Congrats.
Ooh, Lord. I found the Black Love channel here on YouTube about a month ago, and I love it already. Thank you, South Africa. You guys are out of the first 5 years. That's true. We are. Congratulations. Thank you. I didn't know who she was until Dave Chappelle mentioned her. Yeah, you didn't watch that. We should watch it.
Why didn't we watch it, dear? Why didn't I watch it?
He's mad because I watched, what was it called? 8.5 minutes? What was Dave Chappelle's special without him? And we didn't talk about it, so I didn't know to wait for him. And then he was like, oh, you already saw it, so then he didn't watch it. But I found out who she was like a couple weeks prior to that. Let's see. I'm trying to really answer y'all's questions, so just like let it out. Give it to us. Do you only interview celebrity couples? Nope.
Not even close.
There's a mix, and it's easily 50-50, if not 60-40, with 60% everyday couples. And that was important to us. 846, yeah. Let's see. Okay, so so many of you have said that you are watching After Love, and I've been tickled by the fact that After Love, the official Black Love after show, some people have noticed that Tommy disappeared after the first episode, and they were like, what happened to her husband?
I was filing for divorce.
He was filing for divorce. We've gone onto YouTube Live to share with you all. Just kidding.
So what happened was we are splitting up Black Love, and it's going to be.
Oh my God! I ended the joke when I stopped. Tommy doesn't like doing this. He does not like cameras and this sort of thing. So I was like, I need you in the first one at least. Like, come on. No, first of all, by the way, we were doing this After Love show. We were doing it together. Gonna ask the questions together and just be together. And he was like, a couple weeks before, he was like, I don't want to be on camera. I was like, what? That's how it works, though. You're going to be on camera. And I know better than to push. So that was pretty much where it ended. And I was like, can you just be in the first one? So he's in the first one, and then y'all were like, where'd he go? So now you know. He shows up though. He shows up in the next one, in the next two, he'll be present.
Think about it.
Right. Thanks for doing a live Q&A. I don't hear y'all talk about YouTube very much. I feel like we talk about us all the time, but I hear you. Is it only married couples you both talk to?
Thank you. He was sitting there in the background.
Yes, he was.
I don't need to be on camera. I'm good.
I'm so glad. So is it only married couples? So Black Love, we decided to, we got to create some specificity around television. And so for the show, it's about what it takes to make a marriage work. So yes, Black Love is about married couples, blacklove.com. Hopefully all of you who have just discovered us on YouTube have checked out blacklove.com as well. Because there we talk about 360 degrees of Black love. So self-love, dating, partnership, marriage, parenthood, sisterhood. I'm sure I'm leaving something out. Love of community.
For men.
Yeah, stuff for men, but all that falls under men. I mean, we created a vertical just for men because we wanted there to be a place for men that was like just for them, where the content is written by and it's about men. So hopefully y'all are hitting up blacklove.com here. I wonder if I can like put that. Y'all, I'm new to this. Blacklove.com. I'm new to this YouTube thing. Boom. Enjoy. Ooh, yeah, that makes sense. So, so there we talk about all sorts of things. We have many digital series, which you can find on YouTube and on blacklove.com, like Moms with Coffee. I'm saying a lot of shows that I'm not sure are on our YouTube, but they are on Facebook and they will be on YouTube. But yes, they're on blacklove.com. Moms with Coffee, Tantric Perspective, which is about intimacy. I'm trying to remember what's actually out in the world. Check out the rest of them because I don't want to. All Things Money, which is about finance and like when to talk to your partner about that sort of thing because it's uncomfortable.
Couch conversations, male versus man.
Oh yes, male versus man. This spring-summer, while the pandemic was happening, we launched a show about manhood with Dondre Whitfield as the host. He wrote an amazing book called Male versus Man, where he talks about coming into manhood and like what that's like and where you learn about it for good, for better or for worse. And that was an awesome show. So check it out on YouTube. Thank you for hollering at Doula Dads. The Black maternal health crisis is positioned as something that's about women, but it's really about the Black family. And so I wanted to I like to take the approach of whatever is ailing us as Black people. Sure, we need to know about it. We need to be well researched, well read, but we also need to empower ourselves for the best possible outcomes in this life. And that especially relates to our family growth, right? Black maternal health and Black infant mortality rate. And I wanted to empower dads to be a part of the process. And that's where Doula Dads came from. Yes. Oh, you just bought Dondre's book, Male versus Man. You should go on Male versus Man on Instagram and let him know. Sandra. I just want to say I love the show. I watched and rewatched the episodes of the show. I'm divorced and single many years now, but this show gives me hope. Thank you very much. Trinidad. I love the international love. I absolutely do. I'm just closing this other app on my computer because it's not helpful. Let's see what else. Thanks for being inspired and creating Black love. I appreciate y'all. I want to know, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down or something. How many of you guys have actually been to blacklove.com? And then also, what do y'all want more of? Because, people ask us a lot, are you going to do something for singles and stuff like that? We want to do something for all of these different verticals. And so we do that in various forms. We do that editorially. We do that on social. We do that with digital series, like video series. But we want to know what you want more of. Are your parents married? My parents are divorced.
You don't know?
I mean, I'm allowing you to speak. People say that I talk over him, and it's really because he does stuff like that. Carry on.
Where to?
Answer the question.
What's the question? Are
your parents married?
They probably have to know each other.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Y'all heard that? Did y'all hear that? Okay, I'm waiting for the next episode after mental illness. I love the show and can't get enough. Okay, so Black Love comes back on. Okay, Chantel. Wait, 1031. I see you, birthday twin. I was keeping y'all in suspense. Black Love returns to OWN on October 3rd, with the 4th episode of the season, and then will be a few more for the rest of October. So I really hope you guys enjoy them. We are tackling brand new subjects this season, and we need you. We need you watching. We need you sharing. We need you telling us who you love and engaging them, because these couples are very brave to share their stories, and also like encouraged to continue talking about it. You know what I mean? Like, people like to see themselves reflected, and when they share such vulnerable stories, they like to hear that y'all appreciate it. So like, come on, engage with us.
How do you select couples? How do we select couples to be on Black Love there?
Oh, go for it.
I pose the question to you.
See, I'm trying to get him to talk. So we, how do we select the couples? Honestly, just people that we admire, people that are recommended to us as those that we admire. I love to find people who have just been through stuff, because that means they've gotten through it together. Like, they're on the other side, ideally on the other side of it, even if they're going through it right now. You know, it's amazing to watch how people process and address, the stuff that life throws at them and the stuff they get themselves into, right? Obviously, we've had people talk about infidelity. We've had people talk about going into debt. Is that the right word? Going broke, basically. You know, the things that we find, the experiences that we find ourselves in, and the bad and good choices that we make, and how it affects our relationships and our partners. You know, we just are looking for that. We're looking for people who share vulnerability around that stuff. I love that y'all like Tracy and Tony. Not keen on tantric vids, as I can't share with my whole family. Okay, some of them you can. Some of them are about like intimacy. You're probably talking about that conscious penis video. Don't maybe not share that one with the whole family, but hopefully you learned something. Nice to see an episode of In-Laws if possible. Yes. Real talk. We find a lot of vulnerable couples who are willing to share, but people ain't always willing to talk about their in-laws on camera. You know what I'm saying?
Mother-in-law.
Some of them will, but you know, it's a thing. How do you navigate creative conflict, if you do at all? By defining our lanes, and by working together long enough, even though it's only 5-6 years, but working together long enough to know when the other person's not going to let up on something. And so we, I think, know when to just be like, okay, fine. Would you agree?
Okay, fine.
Okay, great. More mental health stuff. Look, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate how the reception to that episode and After Love has been so positive. We certainly are not about to like slow down and not do mental health stuff, but you know, y'all gotta watch and share. We've got to really, really communicate with one another as Black people how important our mental health is. So we're gonna keep creating the content, but y'all gotta make sure that we spread the word. You know what I'm saying?
Do we stay in contact with couples?
Yes. The short answer is yes. I know Tabitha answered Black Love questions. Is there an upcoming episode with her? I will give you a long silence that says,
if you think she should be on the show, you should tell her.
Yeah, that too. We love
How
her.
do you celebrate your differences as a couple and play to your strengths?
Celebrate. How do you celebrate our differences and play to our strengths?
I'm good with you being you, and I love you being you, and however I can support that, I try my very best to do that.
Okay, ditto. It says blended family talk is needed. Totally agree. Definitely feel strongly about that. So I want y'all to see more of that.
Have you ever been starstruck?
Wasn't there somebody that I was like, ooh? Us being starstruck is like more like a joke, because he's just not that kind of person. Like, nobody excites him except maybe like Bill Gates or like somebody that's not an actor or anything like that, but like is like kind of nerdy. Like that's what's exciting to him.
The closest I probably remember you getting starstruck recently was FaceTime.
Oh, but it's still a joke. You know what I mean? Like, so we've both been in film and TV like for a long time. So nothing really
famous people, celebrities. They're all just people.
Yes. There's people we get excited about. Like we know, like
some of them are good people,
but also like we might be a fan of someone's work. But here's the thing is that we also know that like you can like somebody's work and then they can be like lame as a human. So we know like there's just a level of like hedging.
Yeah. Well, not even that for me. I think that the pedigree that celebrities are put on is oftentimes very dangerous. And again, it's one of the reasons on our show you don't see last names, you don't see professions, you don't see any of that because they're not there because of their celebrity. They're there because of their relationship. And so look, they're cool, and what's cooler is when they use their platforms to actually do something positive and not just whatever. But starstruck, nah.
Do both partners in the marriage have to be Black? So no, we made a very conscious decision that we wanted to show Black people finding love whenever and wherever they find it. And that means that one partner might not be Black. We just wanted to show us being loved on and in healthy relationships so that each of us knows it's possible and that there is not one way. And so you'll see, if you watch, seasons of the show, you'll see that throughout. The language learning and literacy connection. Tell us more. Where do you live? What does that look like? What do you do? Recently engaged and getting married in the next 5 months. Can you give me any advice with regards to money and marriage?
Don't do it.
Money and marriage. I would say, look, what's that wedding look like? Because that's how you manage your money. Is don't throw a whole bunch of money into a wedding that at this time, a lot of people won't be attending, and B, that you can use for the marriage, right? Not to say that we didn't have a wedding, but it's just something to think about very, very seriously.
I think what's more important than the wedding is the marriage. And people spend a lot of time thinking about the wedding, and they spend a lot of money focused on the wedding and not enough thinking about the marriage and thinking about what it's actually going to be and what you need to prepare yourself for, and just go for it there.
I was just trying not to be too noisy.
Super slow.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry.
But for money specifically, it's really a matter of your comfort level personally and individually. Like for us, we have shared checking account. We also have individual checking accounts. And part of it is I need to be over her shoulder looking at what she's buying. If she wants to buy a pair of shoes from her money, okay, not my business.
If I want to buy a pair of shoes from his money, not his business.
But you know what I'm saying? Because she'll do that from our shared account as well.
So, also my advice is watch All Things Money on blacklove.com because it's 3-minute episodes and we give tidbits on like how to talk to your partner about money.
Also, we did this cool thing with Chase and Essence called Currency Conversations. And those were very cool, honest conversations where it was us and a bunch of Black love couples talking about money. And
if you go to, I think, currencyconversations.com, right? Or org, but go to Currency Conversations and you will see some amazing conversations with couples about money. Okay, wait. So it says the Tantric Perspective. It's just that Black love is already presented as overly physical and surface level, but I love your concept. So I don't know if you've seen it, but first off, I totally agree. One of the reasons that I wanted to create Black love was that I remember when you would Google Black love and what would come up was like naked Black people, right? It was horrible. Like I just couldn't believe that was always what I was seeing. If you look at the words Black love. And so part of us creating this show was like to show something different. Like Black love doesn't just mean sex. But Tantric Perspective. So Kamali Mentor is an intimacy coach here in Los Angeles who talks to individuals and couples about how to have better, deeper connections with one another. So yes, she does talk about, is your penis conscious? Which you should check out that clip. Each of these is like 3 minutes or less. But she also just talks about ways to like break down the walls that you have or that your partner might have so that you have deeper relationships. So I highly recommend Tantric Perspective. She's the bomb. She's written some things on blacklove.com. But yeah, so I just want to say that.
I take that as a compliment. Somebody says it feels like she's looking at herself and her future husband.
Huh? Oh, like us.
Yeah. Cool. That was very cool.
I'll take it.
I look forward to you finding your future husband and having a good old time with them together.
The guy that was talking about step parenting really hit home. So that was Nico. He and his wife, Roxanne, dated for 4 years internationally, long distance. And they're actually doing an IG live with us, well, with me, tomorrow at 5:00. So check them out because they're definitely going to talk about that. Y'all better get in Oprah and Alicia Keys' DMs and tell them we should be interviewing them. I'm glad you guys love the Ellises. We totally do too. I feel like you're absolutely right. They're super connected and they just work really hard at their relationship and always have. And so they are goals. Like, it's like not cool to say goals because you never know what people are going through. But I mean, I would argue from our knowledge of them, our relationship with them, like they work hard. I think that's goals. They work hard and they're not perfect. Please listen to their podcast, Deadass. I love the vulnerability there. Chantel Varner, where do you live? Because we have the same birthday and your name sounds hella familiar. Okay, if you could interview 2 couples from the past, like not from past seasons, but like past lives, for sure, Ruby D and Aussie Davis.
Ruby was incredible, by the way.
Anybody else? From the past. I had a joke.
So this would be, I mean, I don't know who the right one would be, but I think there are a number of civil rights leaders and people from the 60s in particular who would be incredible to really understand, because you see a portion of their relationships and you don't really understand what it took, and the women who are often just cast aside in terms of the story, but it would have never happened without them. And so I think there's a lot that would have been nice to have really understood.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said, hold on, there's a lot. Okay, I really love that you have newlyweds that are older. We try really hard to represent the spectrum of love, right? Like just meeting later, meeting under crazy circumstances, and then finding your way back to each other. Like I always say, it's hard enough to find the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. Like, why are we always judging others and judging ourselves for who that is or when that is, right? It's hard enough. So we just try to show the spectrum so that people can have hope at different stages of their lives. Somebody asked about if we've had single people tell us that Black love has given them a more realistic expectation about marriage. And yeah, for sure.
All the time.
That's our hope and goal.
And I'm almost done.
I was like, who wrote that? But Black Love, one of the people that worked with us, has written that the future tantric episodes that haven't aired. Oh, because there's multiple. I didn't realize they weren't all out yet. Dating for depth is one of them. Chemistry versus affinity in relationships. So definitely enjoy tantric. Tommy said I'm almost done. I'm almost. Yeah, no, I hear you. I'm hungry. I'm gonna need you to make something for me, brother. Idris and Sabrina Elba, love them. They're super sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Malcolm X, and his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Samuel L. and Latanya, get in they DMs, y'all. Get in them DMs. All right, so I think we're gonna wrap up. If y'all have like any last questions, let me think if I have anything. We love you. We appreciate you. Like, it means the world to us that our show has had an impact on people, like a real impact that helps shape our lives, our relationships, our growth. Our hope is to really help our community be stronger from the inside out, right? Mental health, self-love, and how that shows up in our relationships and how that helps us have stronger relationships and grow our families and have a stronger community. That's really the goal. That's why we do all the things we do and why there's all these different verticals for it. And it means a lot when it actually impacts people in that way. And so I hope you continue to enjoy the content. Again, tell us what you want more of, like in the comments and stuff like that. Yeah, we appreciate y'all. I'm looking. Oh, hey. Hi, Nico and Roxanne. See, they're in here, y'all. Let's see. Oh, Facebook Live. They're right. They're on Facebook Live tomorrow, not Instagram Live. So join us.
Sorry.
I'm going to lose Tommy. All right. Thank you, guys. This is my life right here. This is why he's not on After Love. Okay. Bye.